Did you know that dogs are the most common pets in the world? In fact, 1/3 of the people prefer a dog as their pet compared to other animals. And the reason? Obviously, because they are loyal companions. Now, as you know, before getting any pet, there are some things you have to do to give your pet the best home. And to make sure of that, knowing about the needs of the pet is very important, even if you want a dog. But within the world of dogs, you have to make a significant choice, male or female. Their temperaments, behaviors, and even health needs can differ. So, how do you know which is the perfect pick for you? Don't worry, let us show you. Number 1, health issues. Just like humans, male and female dogs have their own set of health issues. It's not about one being healthier than the other, but more about different issues cropping up. The most reported health issue in dogs is cancer in the reproductive organs. But you can't protect your dog from this. You have to get it spayed or neutered to stop it from developing cancer. Other than this, stats show that spayed and neutered dogs live longer than unspayed and unneutered dogs. That is because both processes prevent them from reproduction, and so reproductive diseases are less likely to develop. Now, what about female dogs? Luckily, there are not any big health concerns. There are only some little things to watch out for when they are in heat. The next big difference comes in personality and behavior. Naturally, male dogs are more territorial and get into fights with other male dogs who enter their territory. This shows that male dogs have an urge to dominate other dogs. To warn other dogs, they urine mark their territory, and they do it very often. Not only that, they also leave a urine mark to attract a female dog. An interesting fact is that male dogs like to act like a king by marking their territory. The more high and mighty it feels, the more it urinates around places. As a result of this, most of the places inside and outside your house get wet by it, and that can cause cleaning problems for you. If you are not ready to clean up after it, then a male dog might not be the best choice for you. On the other hand, when it comes to female dogs, the only time a female dog urinates frequently is when it is in heat or when it wants to attract male dogs. But mostly, female dogs run away from home to find a mate so they don't make a mess in the house. Since female dogs don't go around urine marking every area, they are a far better choice. That way, you won't get stuck cleaning every single part of the house. Another thing to consider is the aggression of the dog. Although aggression depends more on the upbringing and environment of the dog, reports say that male dogs are usually more aggressive and are 6 times more likely to bite than female dogs. But mostly, they only show aggression or bite when they feel abused or threatened by a human or another dog. Luckily, female dogs do not get aggressive very often. They mostly show such behavior when someone threatens their puppies. But they do show some other behavioral changes that can cause trouble for you. For example, when in heat, female dogs get anxious and leave bloody discharge to attract male dogs. Handling a female dog in this phase becomes very difficult, and in case it runs away, you might not see it again because it normally does not return. Now, what is the solution to this? If you want to keep your female dog from running away, you better consider adding a male dog to your pet family. This way you can keep your female dog from going outside in search of a partner. And since dogs get along so well with the opposite sex, you will have a happy dog family. But if you do not want to add another dog to the family, then getting your dog spayed or neutered is another easy way to make sure they do not run away. Spaying your dog will keep it from leaving a bloody discharge, and since it won't go in heat anymore, its behavioral problems will end. The same is the case when you neuter your dog. It helps to get it more relaxed with other male dogs, and this way you can prevent it from getting into fights. Now, if we talk about personality traits, male dogs also are very playful, mischievous, and have a wanderlust. Since they have an active sex drive, they tend to get out of the house and roam around on the streets trying to find a female dog. Ultimately, this habit can cause them to get into fights with street dogs, get hit by a car, or even catch a disease. So if you're thinking about getting a male dog, you better have high energy levels too, because you're gonna need them. Female dogs, on the other hand, are not too playful and do not hump too much. They are much easier around the house. The reason is their nurturing nature. So they are more focused on their puppies. Since male dogs are not interested in their puppies, they give all their attention to their owner and act carelessly around the house. So you better get a male dog if you want a buddy to stick around you all the time. Next in line, we have lifespan. An interesting fact about the lifespan of dogs is that female dogs live longer than male dogs. If you're thinking, why? Then the answer is quite simple. Remember their behavioral differences? Female dogs avoid fights and run away when in heat. Since a female dog goes in heat only twice a year, it does not cause such problems year-long. Male dogs are more aggressive, so they get into fights with other male dogs, ending up with them getting injured. They are also more susceptible to diseases because, due to their active sex drive, they tend to roam around the streets in search of female dogs. This means that male dogs are more susceptible to getting diseases, fighting, and getting hit by a car. So you can guess why male dogs have a shorter lifespan. On the other hand, spayed dogs live longer than unspayed dogs, and the same goes for neutered dogs. The reason is that removing their reproductive organs prevents them from getting life-threatening diseases. Neutering dogs also help with their behavior because they are less likely to engage in fights and don't roam around in search of a mate. This keeps them calm, relaxed, and safe from injuries, illness, and accidents. The next difference is hard to ignore in dogs: physical differences. Physical differences include the structure and size of a dog. This is something that should be considered before adopting a dog because you have to know whether you will be able to take care of a dog of a specific size. You don't want to adopt a dog that is too big or strong to handle, right? So let's talk about the physical structure of male dogs first. Male dogs have a larger build, bigger chest, and a heavier bone structure. That is due to the presence of testosterone. So if you're not strong enough to walk a large dog, it is better you don't get a male dog, because otherwise it may end up running away or even hurting you. When you compare male dogs to female ones, female dogs are more delicate and smaller. It is why handling them is much easier. So if you're not sure if you can handle a big dog, adopting a female dog is the better option. Next, we have social and physical maturity. Now, maybe you have not heard of this before, but female dogs get social and physical maturity sooner than male dogs. And you can also guess their maturity by the fact that male dogs cling to their owners and seek constant attention, while female dogs do all just by themselves. While male dogs often goof around acting silly, female dogs act maturely and independently at the same age. It is proved by research that was done in 2011, according to which female dogs have greater cognitive abilities and are quicker when it comes to learning. So that makes training a female dog much easier than training a male dog. So if you do not have much time and energy to train a dog, better get a female. But if you enjoy putting in your energy, you will do great with a male dog too. One thing to remember is that not all these facts apply to all dogs. Undoubtedly, most of these traits are affected by their lifestyle, experiences, healthcare, and compatibility. Even so, both genders require a specific amount of extra attention according to their personality traits and natural needs. Your willingness to add effort to handle and train your dog is your choice, so you know better which gender is best suited for you. We hope this video helped you choose the right dog for you. Tell us in the comments below which dog gender you think suits you most. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.